mic check 58. Wait, let's see if this works. Okay, so I had to check to see if it worked. Because freaking I have these headphones on. But hey, YouTube. Okay, so if y'all know me, y'all, I had this other channel. My phone got stolen. I had loads of videos that I had made, and I promise y'all, I'll try to upload today's video. Honestly. YouTube is such a fun game. Honestly, I overdid YouTube. For a second there, like I overcomplicated it in my head. Like, oh, I want to start YouTube, videos and stuff. But honestly, just do it the way I know to be doing it. Like just posting, this isn't my job. This isn't a full-time job. How are you gonna get brand deals and stuff like that? But that's not my life. I'm not gonna sit here in front of a freaking camera when I have a 9 to 5, you know what I mean, to take care of anyway. Okay, I'm eating an eclair. I was watching Linda Atkins and she kind of inspired me because it's like, right, I guess I just need to be in a better position to do YouTube or actually upload it. And that's honestly the truth. Like I've been in like really weird areas of life, so it's almost like my lifestyle is just depression. I'm just playing. I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up. No, it's not. It's not depression. I swear it is. Yeah, I'm cracking up. It ain't. I just been in some really bad areas. So I just like really haven't been like feeling like just posting anything. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Posting on my social media. Isn't YouTube social media? It's just longer form content. It's like, why would I want y'all? Because I do. Like, I like to record myself. Like, yeah, reading it clear, and stuff like that. But, like, as a full time job, I would not be doing YouTube, like, as a full time job, like, taking it that seriously or whatever, I would not. Because it's like, I still am focused. I'm still in, like, school to become a doctor, and I still work a full time 9 to 5, so I can pay for an apartment. So it's almost like if I happen to make money on YouTube, it literally is just by fate. You know what I'm saying? Not by actuality standpoint, because that's not my lifestyle. Extra out fashion. It's just like, too much demand, and that's just from my own perspective. I like to get dressed. I like to look good. Like evidently, this is the OOTD. We got the sweater, the Victoria sweater. My mom gave me just a quick cut. This eclair is like sitting there in front of my face all wet. Ew. But I'll definitely post today's vlog. YouTube could be cute because I literally would just record myself every single day doing different things. So the chances of me going, like, the plan is to at least try and make some type of money off of it on the back burner of it all. You know what I mean? Because why have a social media and it's not gonna pay you, and not necessarily by views, but by other things too. Like overall, it would be a source of income. You know what I'm saying? Or everything you do should benefit you in some sort of a way. But it's not as much as you see it to be. It's almost like mind over matter kind of thing, not matter over mind. You know what I mean? Like, does this video matter? No, it's more like the mind over the matter. As in, keep in mind that you have social media and you could always share that with loads of people that you meet on a day-to-day basis, who want to connect with you or whatever, and so on and so forth. More of a mind over matter, not matter over mind. It's not about the lifestyle. It's not about being famous. Because YouTube, it's more just about yourself, which is like simple. Said. Simply understood. So yeah, like, overall, I just really do enjoy doing social media and stuff, like having a good time by myself and stuff. So it's really not so serious. Marshall's is over there. I went to go into look into Marshall's. I'm at the mall. I have to go to the bathroom. This is my third time this week at the mall. I didn't buy anything at the mall. I went to the Starbucks at the Barnes and Noble. Like I was saying though, I was in some really bad neighborhoods. Like, please don't come for me if you don't know me. But I was living, okay, so overall I have flew from Portland to Los Angeles. I was in the city of Portland, which is like super random, because it's like, what the, you know what I mean? Not that what the, but I was in the city of Portland in Oregon. And so I flew back from Oregon back to my hometown, home city, home state, California. And so I was in the city of Los Angeles for a while there. And oh no, I was in the city of Hollywood right off the bat. It's horrible out there. I hate Hollywood. Then I was in the city of Los Angeles living out there. It's even more horrible. LA, excuse me, and Hollywood are super dangerous cities to live in because people are super racist, super obnoxious, like super like I just have never seen that before, personally from my personal life. I ain't never seen that before and I never will be seeing that shit. Ooh, excuse my language. I will never be seeing that thing again. You know what I'm saying? Like I went out and like people are like, "Oh yeah, I like TikTok and like the lifestyle and stuff," and I'm just like, "Whoa!" Like you have bad dopamine issues. Like one of those squishy, all those, yeah, that's what I call them, squishy girls. You know what I mean? Like we're just super, you know what I mean, into that squishy toy, tearing it up like a dog toy type vibe. And I was just like, "Yeah, no." So I had moved out of Hollywood on a dime, mind you. This is too much information, but not on the level that this is my. I moved from freaking Hollywood down back to my hometown, and yeah, I'm from San Pedro, California, and so yeah, I had moved from Hollywood to San Pedro, California. I'm homeless, I had to sleep outside for the time it was at. Like about 2 days, I had to sleep outside because I was just like, I can't. I had a shelter in Hollywood, I couldn't take it no more. I could not take it. I said no. Those people. I don't even want to talk about it. Type bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing it. And so I had moved to San Pedro, was sleeping outside for the while I was at, and I was like, right, perfect. Because when I got to San Pedro, it was just so much more quiet, like on a normal level. Like that ain't normal to be talking like that about that dang squishy toy. You know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of like, yeah, like San Pedro was just so much more quiet. You know, much better. I was homeless out there for about 2 days, and then, I went to this went to Harbor Interfaith, a homeless shelter place, and so they had helped me, get a freaking a shelter. Excuse me, bless me. About let's see, what 2 days after sleeping outside, and so they had helped me get into a homeless shelter. They took me out to Wilmington, to about I think it's called Harbor Beacon Lighthouse, women's shelter, women's doors of hope for women. And so the lady who was helping me, my case manager, who's now my case manager because I had signed up, took me to the homeless shelter in the city of Wilmington, which is where I'm staying now. And so yeah, I got in. They had one bed available, which I was like super thankful. I got there at the time I needed to be there at. One bed available, and it's like, woo, because you need a bed, right? I'm cracking up. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. My life overall is like on a dime. That's it, really. That's the literal lifestyle of it all. A dime is my life. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even a number. That's a word. Okay, that's not even a number. That's a word, and that's how frustrated I kind of is. Because what the heck is a dime? You know what I'm saying? Like a dime. That's my life right now. Dime. You feel me? Dime. And that's it. I'm looking right at it, and it's the word dime. Uh, and it ain't that bad because dime ain't time. You know what I'm saying? You rather have dime or time. You know what I'm saying? Time is, ooh, girl. You feel me? That ain't no lie. Actually, kicking it. My fault. Time ain't no lifestyle. Dime ain't that bad. It's just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Woo, girl, you feel me? I'm here. I feel clean. I feel healthy. And I feel happy. You know what I mean? Those are the first three things that come off my mind and into the world. You know what I'm saying? And those three things are great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of opportunity for me out here. A lot of things for me to be doing. I'm on my shroom-tastic, vibalicious lifestyle go time type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Shroom time, vibalicious, game time. I'm back in Cali, boo. It ain't like I'm back in Cali, you know what I mean? I'm back like roadieing it up. It's more like what I just said the first time. You feel me? I'm back in Cali. Time. It's like, where was I? I was in the. Well, it don't matter where I was. You know what I mean? Because it don't matter. We back. We here. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Like, you feel me? I was like, it don't matter. You feel me? I'm here. I look good, and I'm still skinny. Okay, period. You feel me? I'm still skinny. I'm still mini. You feel me? You feel me? My nose still look like I got plastic surgery and more. And so I'm sitting out here outside of the Delamo Mall. I like the Delamo Mall. The Delamo Mall is a very nice center. And so yeah, I'm sitting right here and I'm just doing me, like a job is good. That's probably a start. And yeah, like definitely getting a job. I wanted to get my nose pierced, like a little cute little gem. Like I got my bracelets on and stuff, which are super cute. I wanted to get some more like I like bracelets and stuff. Those are so cute to accessorize with. And so I wanted to get some nose piercings to add some more like jewelry to myself. But you know, I don't want a nose piercing, or I wanted the septum too, because I just felt like it's like not manly, but like cute, like jewels are hanging from you, right? But then it was kind of like, I don't want my man to be kissing on me and stuff, and then I have jewels on me. You know what I mean? It's like right because I take my jewelry off when I get in the shower, so then it's also like when I kiss my man, I don't want like jewelry in my face. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like makeup. It's gonna get all over the place. So it's kind of like yeah, I'm not gonna get any nose piercings or anything like that because I don't want it all up in my man's face. My phone then paused it. I say this just to help myself. My phone, I don't know where it paused. Hold up. I don't know. It just paused. Like ain't no storage. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. My phone was acting funny. Yeah, another problem I'm facing in my life right now is like people like that I don't know that are like watching me and stuff, and they kind of like keep idolizing me like I'm Jesus Christ on the cross type vibe. And they're idolizing me like, oh, like the vibe and like the lifestyle and stuff like that. Kind of like your Tina Turner or something on the dang news every 5 seconds, blasted at full capacity, and a dang homeless shelter type vibe. Like, oh my gosh, I am not Tina Turner in a homeless shelter on Channel 11 News. Like, y'all really need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, like that's annoying. You feel me? Like I can't. Like, are you good? It's the best explanation I could say to be. Yeah, it's just like I'm noticing it. Cracking up. I'm noticing it. And you see how far I had to go? A homeless shelter, Tina Turner. You know what I mean? Like that far down the drain. Like, my gosh. Like, are you okay? Are you in need? Are you hurt? Are you ugly? Like, you know what I mean? But you can't control people's behavior either. But it's just kind of like, I kind of do get offended because then you're threatening me, and I feel like I have to protect myself. Excuse me, you know what I mean? And I just don't think that's safe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now I need to get something to protect myself because you're directly trying to harm me, and it's just like I don't like that. Dang, this phone keeps doing that. Anyway, that concludes. Anyways, y'all, my phone got so many apps on here. I swear these government phones. What it's gonna end? I'm gonna start talking off the chain. Like, okay, so I had to uninstall. Anyways, okay, so if it ends, that's the end of today's video for today. I'm about to start uploading more often. Overall, my life right now is just feeling like a hot mess of hot messery. But where I'm trying to go with my life right now is literally just like vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be in my dark black painted room with shroom glow up pictures on the walls and stuff. I'm talking the doors black, all of it's black. You know what I'm saying? With some nice room glow in the dark pictures all up on the wall. Glow in the dark blankets. Glow in the dark animals and all kind of fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? Going on in my home and room. And the kitchen black. You feel me? Everything black, girl. Ain't nothing growing up in there but some black. You feel me? You feel me? That's what I'm going for in my life. And like some good plants and stuff growing because I'm healthy. Even my kitchen's black, and then the purple UV lights and stuff. Nice purple UV lights. I got regular lights and stuff because I'd be liking the light in the house. But that's basically what I'm going for. You know, Comfortable clothes. My cute sweatpants, my cute like Puma shoes. I like to be comfortable. My nice Puma shoes. Maybe a nice designer bag, a couple of nice designer bags. I like to have my designer, you know what I'm saying? A couple of nice designer bags, some nice designer heels, you know what I'm saying? I like to be cute. A couple of nice, Windsor based dresses, designer dress, tight dresses where if I go out, my body look good, stuff like that. And then, just like your basic crop tops, with no bra on, on top, the Brazil top, but kind of like a shroom or something like that. Those crop tops, a bunch of those, hanging up. Lots of socks. Christmas socks, comfortable socks, too. A box of socks. You know what I'm saying? Sockland. That's what I'm going for. And TV and all that. I like my TV, my radio, stereo, fish tank. A cat maybe, but not right now because a cat is like a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? To watch the cat, make sure the cat has a friend, make sure somebody's watching the cat when you're not there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gone for like a week on end. I need to drop the cat off somewhere, like the cat daycare place or something, so they have to take care of the cat because I don't want my cat to be like just alone and stuff. I mean, the cat could be alone. It's not that bad, but it's a cat, so it's kind of like okay, I see. Kind of like that. And so yeah, I might get like a fish tank and get a couple like guppies. Something easy to take care of. A nice fish tank. Fun to look at, right? Just put the food in there at 3 o'clock or the automatic fish feeder type thing. But see, that's hard too because if I leave for the work weekend, you know what I mean? Who gonna feed the fish? The fish feeder broke, the fish dead. Cracking up. What we gonna do there? Maybe not some fish because that's kind of hard too. I might have to hire somebody to come feed the fish. And I don't know how I feel about you in my home. I don't know you, and I don't want to put cameras in my home. And definitely getting a car too. Definitely getting a car as well is definitely the vibe too. The car I want to go for maybe Honda. Honda's a good brand, SUV based. I prefer a SUV type Honda. A little bit more bigger. More room. I'm a lot older, so it's kind of like I need more stuff in my car. What kind of Honda? Something basic. Basic Honda. You know what I'm saying? Basic Honda. Probably lease it. And yeah, that's really all my life is. My fridge and stuff, black. I'm just saying, right, a black fridge. The cute little magnets and stuff. Black. I just like black. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going for in my life. Continuing to be in school and stuff like that. Oh, that was just so out there. It wasn't. Like just continuing to be in school and stuff. My laptop and stuff, black. I'm just like cracking out. Black. I like black. It's a very relaxing color. I like to be relaxed when I'm at home as a person. Some nice beats. Oh my gosh, girl, because when you're in your home alone and it's like, dark and stuff with UV lights and stuff like that, you put them beats on. The color beats I would get is gold. I feel like the gold beats are like busted. You know what I'm saying? They give busted out vibes. And I'm all busted out, like, girl, you feel me? Like some beats, you sitting there and stuff on the couch or something. I want to get like a yellow couch. You know what I'm saying? Like a just like very vibrantly yellow. But then the thing is, I might stain it. And then once it's stained, it's kind of ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Like once you stain the couch, it's kind of like dang. And I probably will stain the couch. Honestly, I mean, I could trust that I wouldn't stain the couch, but I can't trust that either. You know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? I don't think I would stain the couch. I've never stained my couch before. That's dumb. So I might get a yellow couch. That's kind of a risk though, because it's yellow. So once you got a yellow couch, it's kind of like dang, yellow. Yeah, yellow couch would be cute with some like decorative pillows like shrooms, darker color black pillows really, but like the shape pillows like a shroom, maybe like some grass type pillow, a cloud would be cute. And then right behind the couch or something somewhere in my house, I want to get my name, like or my name or something else. My name is fine, it's my home. Like those UV lights type that you could order on Amazon, where it says your name. I want to get one of those and like plaque it up. Not by the couch though, because it might fall on an accident and I'm sleeping and then it hits the ground and I'm like, you know what I mean, laying there. But somewhere in my house, the UV light and it says Brianna and the color should be like a freaking red color. You know what I mean? Like something deep and it's a dirty word. but like something deep, you know what I'm saying? Like a deep red color would be nice, you know, a deep red color, and it says Brianna, because you know it's my home. What else could I be thinking about other than myself, honestly? You know, Brianna, you know what I mean, kind of like. And so then from there, yeah, you know, like that's it really. That's what I'm going for in my life. You know, I'm really not trying to live in these ghetto neighborhoods. I'm really trying to stay as far away from them because they have such bad vibes. You know what I'm saying? Very poverty based. And I don't mean to say it, but it's just like the real and like people can't even argue with me like with stuff like that because it's like it's the way you actually act, and then you fight to act like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody making fun of you. It's the fact that we come in this neighborhood, and then you're the one starting stuff, talking about some poverty and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, yeah, like that's kind of cuckoo, right? You know what I mean? You go into the neighborhood, you know, it's right. But then people are like arguing with you, saying, no, it is poverty. And you're like, nah, it ain't poverty. Calm down. And then, no, they still arguing with you, saying it is poverty. And that's the way we gonna act. And it's like, okay. So if it's poverty, it's poverty, right? And it's like, right. And it's like, okay, I understand, you know. I should probably get to the bus system pretty soon. They probably start running at like 2 or something today. I'll go to the bathroom in the freaking mall. And really, that's all I got up in my house. Really, that's my vibe, you know, and just be in school and stuff, online and stuff. Work full time, 9 to 5, you know, somewhere pay my rent, you know, somewhere fun, you know, somewhere vibelicious, you know. Might go out here and there with people, you know, that's not bad, you know. And like, other than that, you know, just all black. You know, I don't want you to know me. I don't want you to get to know me either. I don't like you know, some black sunglasses, all black outfit, you know, some black tights, and a black top. You know, workout gear because I like to work out. And you know, maybe like some black sandals for you know the heat and stuff, black shorts and stuff like that, and like you know some black you know sneakers, like some black something, some type of shoe. You know, that's not too standoutish but not too off key. You know, it's just all black and your freaking hair slick back in a bun. You feel me? Slick back in a nice slick back in a bun with a ponytail. It's black sunglasses. You feel me? And if it ain't the black sunglasses, it's like some regular glasses. You know what I mean? They ain't gotta be like it's the style. You know, you gotta be somewhat stylish, but you're not. You're being actuality. And it's like no. So like in the end, you know, like did that make sense? It did to me, but I can't get that. You we tell you, but and yeah, you know, like hair, sleep back. And my nails, you know, I don't think I need my nails done, but I will get my nails done. You know, my nails are kind of like a personal thing. Like, sure, I'll do my nails whenever I feel like doing my nails, whatever color I feel like doing too. Like, just do my nails when I get them done. Type like that's none of your business. And then you know what I'm saying? Like that's nobody's business. Like I'm not your friend. You know what I'm saying? And so like yeah, like that's really it. You know, work full time. I kind of want to work at like you know I want to see an online job. You know, like T-Tech. Somebody recommended that to me. An online job would be good. I ain't got to leave the house. But other than that, like a full time job somewhere, you know, it would be like freaking Marshalls or something full time. You know, I could just go to work, you know, I just get dressed and stuff. You know, put some quick little outfit on and stuff, you know, and just, you know, share my life on my social media, you know what I'm saying? What I be doing and stuff. Like, hey, you know, like I'm doing now, you know. And yeah, that's really it, you know. Take a vacation, when it comes to doing okra, I don't think I'm gonna do okra because I be thinking like, you know, sometimes I be having jobs. I probably will, honestly. I probably will, you know, still drink wine and stuff, still do okra and stuff like that. But, you know, maybe not so much of the, you know, light up type okra because I have a home and stuff. I might just do the pen version, which is really what I want, and get it decorated with like a bunch of black jewels on it. You know, just like an all black jeweled out pen and use that, but not too much either because that's kind of dangerous for your brain and stuff like your little brain dead. You know, and yeah, you know that's it. You know, maybe go on a date and then you know start living with my mom and stuff like that. We get a place together, you know, type vibe. And it's no longer a yellow couch; it's a red couch type vibe. You know, we together, and it's a yellow sign. I'm just like, you really, and it's a black sign, a picture of us. I'm just like, and yeah, you know, like some pictures of myself and stuff. You know, my home and stuff like that. yeah, that's pretty much it. That'd be fun. I like to live a quiet lifestyle. When it comes to my room and stuff, like I like to be by myself and stuff like that. My home and stuff. It's like yeah, yeah. That's it. Go outside to the park all the time. Take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, maybe take some shrooms, but I definitely would not do that. Ooh, excuse my language. Boop. Take some ooms. I don't think I would personally. That seems psychotic. You feel me? That seems psychotic. Like, why would you do that? I don't think I would do it. No, I would not do no damn ooms. I could though. Like, I have to be like a really dope team of people. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a big event of us just going out to vacation. Excuse me, and stuff like San Francisco or something, and just sitting at the park and stuff. Having a picnic, vibing and stuff, and we take ooms or something. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into that kind of lifestyle. I like water. And yeah. And yeah, I like going to the gym and stuff too. I'm gonna try and go to the gym. The nighttime gym. I like the night, like 2 a.m. type gym. I'm cracking up. You feel me? Go to the gym at 2 a.m. So you ain't got to see nobody because people be on one sometimes. The 2 a.m. gym. Keep my hair the same color. Always. Why would I dye my hair? That's psychotic. No. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's my life. How am I gonna start this day? By calmly like looking for a job and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's trying to get some type of money so I could get myself an apartment and stuff. And yeah, and then like from there, like making more friends and stuff like that. And it's like making your friends through like online connections. I've had a lot of luck with Bumble BFF, so it's kind of like I met some cool people on Bumble BFF. Because like we all sitting here, right? It's like Bumble BFF, right? Because they're offering it, so I probably go on Bumble BFF and get some friends there. And yeah, Bumble BFF would be good. Mm, yeah, also like Instagram or something, but that's not really a thing. Bumble BFF would probably be my best bet to make some friends, honestly. And yeah, that'd be fun. Ain't always a lot of luck. There's a lot of weird people, but there's not. There's actually like honestly, Bumble BFF really will come through it. Like that's simple, girl. Like that's simple, really though. And it really be luckily because it's like dang, like that was easy, you know what I'm saying? Like, type about it. Anyway, block. And so, cricket, you feel me? Bumble BFF, you know what I'm saying? The real ones, no. The BFF of the floor. You know what I mean? Type Bumble BFF. And yeah, that's probably it. Probably take a drive up to Stanford University or something. Type by, the Stanford area. And look around and stuff like that. I kind of want to go to Stanford University, but it's upon whether they would accept me or not. They could accept me, but right. Anyway, that's something else. That's a good college. That's what I'm saying. That because you're gonna do my 2 years at a community college, and then from there I want to go to university so I could finish off my bachelor's degree. It's like right, Stanford University will be a good university, but it's not that serious at the same time. It's like right, and yeah. So overall, like that's all I'm looking forward to do right this second. I'm about to go to the bathroom right here in this Delano Mall. I was gonna walk around, but I'm not. I got all these snacks with me. And so yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's more stuff to my life I could do. I'll hit y'all up with that one in a minute too. I got to make sure I post this because I'll blow my phone out with so many videos and never post it because I be forgetting. So I got to do a little bit more like that. And it's like, how does it make sense then? It's like that's true. I'll try to hit more up and really just push it out there. When I get the free time. I'll be busy with it. But it's not like I'm not gonna do it either. I actually will do it. You know what I'm saying? But then I get like extra excited and I start blowing it out with random content. And it's like I don't care. And yeah, so then it's like yeah, I'm gonna go to the freaking thing because I don't want the bus to leave me because the bus ain't running at no freaking Sunday. It's about 12 o'clock. I'm excited for my life. Since when is life in that chill and vibelicious? Honestly, you're right. Since when has life been that chill and vibalicious? That is a good question before you get caught up doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And so it's like, because when I grew up, nah, girl, life has always been vibe and tribalishness. The only thing is, when you don't live with like abusive family members and stuff like that, life is even more vibalicious and tribalicious. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always had like a vibalicious life where we ain't really got to do too much, but if you're around abusive family members or abusive people, it's kind of hard to do things that you want to do because you're trying to figure out what the heck this person is talking about. But it's always like just get away from it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand what they're saying, then you don't understand what they're saying, and that's the simplicity of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. And then when it comes to like school and stuff, was it always Biblelicious? And it's like it literally always is. It's like the quietest place to be. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really saying too much. If you're doing your work, nobody cares. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I want to go to Disneyland too. I want the black ears. You feel me? You feel me? And yeah, just let my hair grow and stuff. Maybe start like a side small business of hair care products and stuff like that, like selling like hair care products and stuff like rosemary and like spearmint like oil and stuff like that. Cause I'm gonna try and use that because I'm trying to grow my hair like super long. Like I want to have like you see how this big ponytail. I'm trying to have like a long ponytail. That's a long bun. How I have this long bun. I'm trying to have a long ponytail down my back, and it's like yeah, I'm trying to have that go down my back. Like a nice little a nice little ponytail. So I might sell like stuff on Etsy or stuff like that. Go to like flea markets and stuff like that. Markets and stuff like that, like farmers markets and stuff like that. I'm gonna be in that type of scene. You know, buying like homemade products people make and stuff like that. Like okay, art or something. I ain't even got it like that. It's too much going on up in my house at that point, but cracking up. But like cool little sculptures and stuff, the vibes and like just being here and being slow with it. You know what I'm saying? Real slow with it. It was really the case and scenario for us all. And so yeah, like that's pretty much my vibe. Hopefully getting married and hopefully, having some children soon and, buying a home and stuff like that, buying a home and then, raising my kids and, doing what we do. And yeah, stuff like that. And it's like people are like, oh, socialize, be outside more, do more stuff. Then it's kind of like, who's talking? It's like, right. It's like, when has life been that vibelicious? It's like, that's true. Since when has life been that vibelicious? But like I said, when you're in ghetto neighborhoods, you know what I mean? When you're in ghetto neighborhoods and you're in ghetto areas and you're in ghetto, you situations, your life don't feel vibelicious. It feels ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Cricket. And so it's just kind of like, I've never lived like that, and I never will, but you can live like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's pretty much my life at this exact second. Still about to go up into this mall, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to vibe it up by myself. Still seeing through people's fakeness. Like, honestly, I don't know. Not honestly, because this world is filled with evil people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world is filled with so many evil people. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys to operate at 100%, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys to put on the full armor of the Lord. Just so you can see every little thing that these people be doing. Like, there be so many fake people out here like that. Or I just talked about friends and stuff like that. And this girl rolled by in her car and looks at me right there, and she looks at me like, oh, like we could be friends. Like, how you gonna do that if, like, you know what I mean, just evil and doing it knowing that on top of you already being 100% there, gonna still do it. Like, people are so crazy out here, y'all really needs. And if you're not 100% there, you wondering why people gonna try and slack you. Just overall, you needs to be there 100%. You know what I'm saying? That is so crazy to me. Like, and then that's why I love who I am as a person, very to myself. And when you to yourself, you know yourself. And so when you know yourself, you know when something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You know when it don't click, you know when it don't clack, you know when it ain't shitting and chatting. That's why I like being by myself. That's why I go so hard for myself. I don't care who you is. You feel me? If you fake like that, that's some psychoticism. And people love to live in the world and be like, oh, it's above your head. The only thing above my head is the sky. Okay? You cuckoo. And I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? For real. You real cuckoo for something like that. You know what I mean? People are crazy up here. Girl. Heck no. That's some psychoticism. You got to watch out for that. Everybody stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? You really need to just be there all up inside of yourself and live up on yourself and really just don't leave yourself alone with strangers and demons and stuff like that. Like, because then you're going to realize it's real demonic. No, girl. No, thank you. And people are going to try and twist and turn what you said, but just know you said what you said because you said it. Ty vibe. I ain't about to be here like that's psychotic to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You feel when I go in that way, when I go in this way, type crazy. I'm sitting here straight up like, nah, man. Ain't everybody your friend, and not everyone gonna be your friend. You got to be quiet like a snake out here, girl. Don't start rattling that rattle tail until it's time. You feel me? Just like that serpent with the Garden of Eve, you know what I mean? To get what it wanted. You feel me? You really need to take notes in this Bible. You feel me? Just like the serpent wanted to get what it wanted to get, it had to roll over quietly and try and trick Eve to eat that apple. You feel me? Be like that serpent. You feel me? And get people to, do things that you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Be like that serpent. I vibe. How did that make sense? It don't. Now I'm not saying be evil. What I'm saying is be sneaky and be quiet. Be real sneaky and be real quiet with it. You don't want people knowing what you be doing. You don't want people to be all up in your business like that either. You don't. You're not doing nothing wrong by minding your business. Now, I told y'all, don't be evil now. Okay, we don't want to hear about, the Garden of Adam and Eve and like how to be innocent. You should already know stuff like that. But if you need an analogy of how silent you need to be in these streets, that's how silent you need to be. Just like that serpent, girl. I'm talking slithering it up. Cricket, you feel me? Heck no. You feel me? I'm on that snake energy. Nah, girl. You feel me? Like, nah, I'm like trying to sell cocaine and stuff to people. Okay, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't on that. I ain't trying to get to know you. I don't want to get to know you. I'm never going to get to know you. You're not going to get to know me. I ain't going to get to know you. We ain't going to know one another. I ain't going to do nothing for you, and you ain't going to do nothing for me. That's how I'm going to live by it. I'm going to die by it. I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be through it, win it, sing it, lick it, and even twirl it. You feel me? Tie vibe. Like, no. I'm about to be silent out here. And I'm always silent, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm always so happy, you know what I mean? Things are funny to me. But overall, I'm about to just be living my life like I always do. Portland was just way too rambunctious with it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been all over the place lately. I'm so sorry, y'all. I really ain't been doing much. But being all over the dang place was my dang sense of self. And I don't know what to say about that. Just been all over the place. All over the place. And yeah, it has not been a good ride for me. It's been alright. I've been fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm breathing. It's still me. But just like on a level where, I'm trying to make sustainable change. I've been all over the place. And it's like, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? It's truly alright because I'm not looking at too much. And I'm not lacking too much either. I'm truly just here in my world. But yeah. I'm so happy because I'm right here, right where I need to be, at the exact second I need to be here at, and I'm truly not too understanding of what I meant when I don't meant. You know what I'm saying? People really lurking to see what you meant on that, but if it ain't on your dinner table at the end of the night, if it is not on your dinner table, that piece of paper with a to-do list, then it is not your problem. And that's the simplicity of what I meant by that snake. Just move in silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know what you're doing. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, that's stalking. Like the movie Obsessed with Beyonce and that lady, being crazy and stuff, trying to steal her husband and stuff like that. Beyonce being like, nah, the lady being up in her house and stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all got to watch Obsessed. That's how these people be out here crazy. You come home all up in your, your cricket up. You feel me? I just be oh, that's some cuckoo. You feel me? Woo, girl. Yeah. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed season. Y'all have a blessed life. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I'm trying to get my Instagram going, my Facebook going, and that's really it. You feel me? Posting stuff. And yeah, y'all. Love y'all so much. Stay blessed. Stay moving in that silence. You feel me? And see, people be taking quotes a little bit too darmantically. You know, darmantically. Is that a word? Darmantically? That ain't a word. You feel me? People be taking them quotes a little bit, you know, like, oh, you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. And yeah. Yeah. You feel me? Like, where are you at? Where are you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, y'all, for the real ones who heard it, we gonna keep them quotes, girl. Cause they ain't never took the quote away. They gonna you know, crack it up. But for real, like this is like some simplicity that when you go to the FBI or to the police station and you walk up in that police station and make that report about that lady, you know what I'm saying? It probably a quote right there, moving silent. You cracking up, time moving silence. That's the only thing I got to tell you today. Remember that quote? Just let you feel me? Just remember to do it. In the end, peace. I mean, bye y'all. Peace.